My name is Ms. Benthal, and I will be presenting my lesson plan for EDU 344 based on the children's book and citizenship in North Carolina. So the grade that I will focus on is fourth grade. The content area is social studies and ELA. The time for the class is from 12 to 1:30, which is a 90-minute lesson. I have some learning goals, one for each subject for social studies, ELA, and technology. So my social studies goal is 4.C&G.1 and 3, differentiate between rights and responsibilities reflected in the North Carolina Constitution. My ELA goal, RI 4.2, determine the main idea of a text and explain how it is supported by key details and summarize the text. My learning goal for technology, 1.6C, models and visualizations. Students communicate complex ideas clearly and effectively by creating or using a variety of digital objects such as visualizations, models, or simulations. And then I have 4.CT.1.3. Students use technology to present learning. All right, my learning objectives, I have 3. The student will be able to identify specific rights and responsibilities as outlined in the North Carolina Constitution and explain the difference. The student will be able to summarize the main idea of a text supported by key details in a one-page document, and the student will be able to create a digital presentation. So, research-based instructional strategies. I came up with 5 different ones. I have direct instruction, cooperative learning, project-based learning, graphic organizers, and Socratic seminars. Direct instruction has been shown to be effective in increasing student learning outcomes, and this will be taught during the teacher input. Cooperative learning has been found to have a positive impact on student achievement, with students who engage in cooperative learning showing increased academic performance and higher levels of critical thinking skills. This will take place during the guided practice part of the lesson. Project-based learning has been shown to be an effective instructional strategy in promoting student engagement, motivation, and critical thinking skills. This will take place during independent practice. Graphic organizers has been found to be beneficial in organizing and synthesizing information, promoting comprehension and retention of information. This will take place during individual assignments, during differentiation or exit tickets, and will be done by students who are at grade level. And the Socratic seminars involves open-ended discussions and questioning, and those have been found to promote critical thinking, communication skills, and deeper understanding of content. This will take place during the introduction, guided practice, and the review and closure. Resources and materials that will be used. So I have a book on citizenship. I have copies of the Constitution, the graphic organizers, Chromebooks, practice tests, anchor charts, and posters, rubrics, and YouTube. The Bloom's level of thinking. So I use throughout my lesson plan, I will be using 4 different levels. So we have differentiate, determine, evaluate, create, and also utilize. I forgot that one. I'm sorry. The essential questions, I have 2. How do rights and responsibilities impact the daily lives of individuals in North Carolina? And how can digital tools be used to effectively communicate complex ideas? Sorry, typo. All right. Formative assessments. For the formative assessment, students will have to create a digital representation or model that illustrates the difference between the rights and responsibilities in the North Carolina Constitution. This will be done by either a graphic organizer, poster, or digital presentation that will highlight key details and summarize the main idea of a text. The summative assessment. Students will, and this take place at the end of the lesson, students will have to write a short reflection explaining their understanding of the Constitution and how it relates to the book on immigrants, the book titled Immigrants' Rights, Citizens' Rights by Sarah Howell. This assessment will allow the students to demonstrate their understanding of a text and apply it to real-world scenarios. Attached is my contextual factors chart and my class roll. So this includes students who are in my class and any kind of accommodations that the students have. And the contextual factors chart includes information at a community level, district level, and school level. All right, so this part of the lesson plan indicates each section, how the agenda is broken down, and the time frame for each, and a brief description for each section. So the first section is the introduction or pre-assessment. I've created a pre-assessment and I have my data chart, and this would take 10 minutes. So I will begin by asking students what they know about the Constitution and its purpose. So this is the part where we have like a Socratic seminar at the beginning of the lesson, and this allows a few students to share their thoughts. I will also explain that the Constitution is a set of laws and principles that guide how our country and state are ran. I will tell students that today we will be focusing on the North Carolina Constitution and its importance to the citizens of our state. And then I included a list of vocabulary words where we would define each that are included in the text. Next is the teacher input. So this is what I'm going to be doing, and this will take up to 20 minutes of the lesson. So I will instruct students to pull out the book or pull it up on Epic. So we're going to read the text aloud as a class. And some students may want to read independently, so I'll pull them to the side, let them read independently, and then we'll come back together as a whole group. And after reading, I will ask students to identify the main idea of the text and provide supporting details. And they're going to post their responses to a collaboration board that will be posted on the monitor screen in the classroom. Next, I'm going to lead a class discussion about the main idea and supporting details of the book, making sure students understand the concept of rights and responsibilities. Next section is the guide and practice. So this is where students will practice under the supervision of me, the teacher. This will take up to 15 minutes of the lesson. So students will be divided into cooperative learning, and they will be given a handout of the North Carolina Constitution. In their group, students will read and discuss the Constitution, specifically focusing on the rights and responsibilities outlined in the document. While they are working together, students will highlight the rights and responsibilities they identified in the Constitution. And I'm going to go around the room to assist and monitor. This will be part of my assessing the students. Next, we have independent practice. So the independent practice will take up to 20 minutes. I will have students use computer or tablets to create a digital presentation. It doesn't have to be long, maybe 5 slides. That way I know they have an understanding of the rights and responsibilities in the North Carolina Constitution. Then I will remind students that they are able to use images, graphics, and text to effectively communicate their ideas. And throughout that time, I will offer support as needed. So again, I will be walking around to assist students. Next, we have differentiated strategies. So this is broken down into 6 groups. And in these groups, each student's needs will be met. So we have above grade level students we have above grade level, at grade level students, below grade level students, AIG students, ELL students, and EC students. Overall, about 3 groups are going to be the higher level groups. So they're going to have more stuff to do on a much higher level. And then the ones like below grade level students and ELL students, EC students, I will be working closely with them to assist them with anything they need. Then here's my modification accommodations chart. All right, next we have review and closure. This will take up to 10 minutes where each group will present their digital presentation to the class, and I will ask students to reflect on what they learned about rights and responsibilities in the North Carolina Constitution and how digital tools can be used effectively to communicate complex ideas. My reteaching plan, I will identify skills, and my action plan, I will identify skills and knowledge that students need to demonstrate proficiency in the group given for For both social studies and ELA, I will conduct a pre-assessment. I will use a variety of research-based instructional strategies, such as the ones that were used before, just on a different level. I will incorporate technology. I will utilize visual aids for, like I said, the EC students, ELL students, below grade level students. I would design activities to allow student collaboration, Socratic seminars, critical thinking, to deepen their understanding of the concepts and promote higher level thinking. And then I will provide multiple opportunities for students to practice and apply skills and knowledge, in the sense of formative assessments, such as exit ticket, quizzes. Then I will monitor students' progress throughout the whole lesson. As I've been saying, assessing students, that's the only way I'm gonna know what it is they need help on again and again and again. Also, I like to use real life examples and scenarios to help students make connections between the concepts of things. And then I will conclude the unit with a summative assessment. So this is at the end of the lesson. I will do a summative assessment that requires them to demonstrate their understanding of the standards, such as a written response or project. This is the end of my lesson plan. Thank you for watching.